Evet, herkese merhabalar. Ee, Bugün de NBA'de bu gece videomuzu çekiyorum şu an. Bir önceki yayında izlediğim bir videonun kesitiydi. Bugün yayın açamadığım için video olarak kaydediyorum. Her gün gelecek bu videolar. NBA'de bu gece şeklinde bir seri yapmayı düşünüyorum. Evet, videoya geçebiliriz.
Here's everything you missed from a busy 12-game Friday. Nuggets in Atlanta taking on the Hawks. Jalen Johnson back for Atlanta. He missed Wednesday's game, a loss at home to the Clippers, while Nikola Jokic and Denver looking to stay hot on the road. But Pete Krejci starts things off
Bakalım
early
nasıl bir
with a
maç
pretty
olmuş.
beat Dyson Daniels. Daniels with 15 in this one. It was all Hawks out of the gates, up 17 here when Kristaps Porzingis. Welcome back. 25 off the bench for Porzingis, his first game of the month, and the Hawks are nearly doubling up Denver early on. Here comes Atlanta on the run out, but wait, Cameron Johnson, major stuff. Johnson was great on both ends, had 16 points and 4 threes. Then another Johnson made a big play. Jalen Johnson,
Jalen Johnson uçuyor bu sene ya.
Oh my! The first Hawk within the play-by-play era with a triple-double in the first half, fifth ever to do that in NBA history. It was the Hawks up 19 at the break, but you knew Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets would come back, right? It's this one off the window. It's a 14-point game. Then Jamal Murray off that 52-point effort last time out. He hit 4 threes in this one, scored 23 points. Atlanta lead down to 6. Dyson Daniels and Pete Krejci able to answer. Pretty three from Krejci, who hit 5 threes off the bench, but Denver continue to attack into the fourth. Now we're tied. Jamal Murray on the
Valanciunas.
Pretty finish. Jonas Valanciunas and the Nuggets come all the way back to lead by 2. More Valanciunas, this time on the feed. Setting up Tim Hardaway Jr. nails it from downtown. 1 of 4 threes off the bench. So Denver was up double digits. You figured the game was over, right? Nikhil Alexander-Walker says wrong. Here we come. 30 points on 5 threes, setting up a grandstand finish. Here's Jokic inside. Tough finish to give Denver a 4-point lead. He would finish with 40 in the game. Jalen Johnson coming right back over Jokic on the mid-range. Johnson 21 points, 18 boards, 16 assists. 2-point game when Nikola Jokic could make it a 2-possession game, but he misses 1 of 2 free throws. So still a chance for the Hawks to tie with a 3 win. Nikhil Alexander-Walker blocked by Jamal Murray. Ball comes back to him, but you need a 3, not a 2. And so while that layup is good, Jokic smartly inbounded ahead. Jamal Murray dribbles out the clock, and the Nuggets survive a crazy game in the ATL. Nuggets 134, Hawks 133.
LaMelo Ball and the Charlotte Hornets have lost a couple of games in a row tonight, trying to right the ship against Brandon Ingram and the Toronto Raptors. We start you off in the first, and it's Ball on the drive and using that floater so well in traffic to get the bucket, and this ties the game in the very early going at 2 apiece. Brandon Ingram getting into the paint, hits a turnaround jump shot over Con Knipple, and this made it 11 to 10, and Toronto now has the lead. Small shed. Quick pass to Emmanuel Quickly for the catch and shoot 3 at the top of the arc. Quickly to Jakob Poeltl, who fakes and feeds Scotty Barnes for the bucket in traffic. Barnes 13 in the game. It was all Charlotte there. LaMelo Ball driving and getting the off-balance bank shot, and that cut Toronto's lead down to 6, 27-21. Then Miles Bridges spins on a drive, scores the and one. He'd make the free throw at the half. Charlotte led 53-42. What would be the story in the second half? Well, it's Ball on the alley-oop to Miles Bridges, who slams that one down. The lead still 11, 55-44. Then on the break, Emmanuel Quickly with a pull-up 3, cutting the lead down to 6. Still third quarter, Con Knipple driving and dumping off to Ryan Kalkbrenner, who gets the big jam here. He had 12 points in the game. Charlotte by 7. For Toronto, right back the other way, it's Quickly driving in the lane, throwing it up and getting it in. He 31 points in the game, but Charlotte in control. Con Knipple powering through the paint, gets the floater in. He had 21 points and 7 assists. He's the leading rookie scorer, over 18 points a game. The Charlotte Hornets get an impressive win. Your final score, 111-86.
Bu muydu lan? Dedim abi. Basit bir highlight maçı diye. Hiçbir şey olmadı
The
maçta.
number one pick in the draft,
Dallas
Cooper
and
Flagg of the
Oklahoma.
Dallas Mavericks, with the enormous task of taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder,
21-1
who are
ne
still
demek ya?
unbeaten at
Şaka
home, and it
mısınız
helps
ya?
when you got the MVP working like this. Look at him create a little space for that elbow jumper that goes down later in the first. It's Cooper Flagg on the business end of this alley-oop. The game was tied at the end of the first, but then OKC got going.
Great speed on that pass and a really bad turnover.
On the inbound behind the back, Williams with the two-hand flush.
Later in the second, the shot clock ticking down. Ryan Nembhard steps way back, shoots a three, and that goes down. And it's a three-point game. OKC in front. SGA spinning through traffic, pulls up near the baseline, hits the jumper. He had 17 points in the opening half, and the Thunder lead it by 6. There's another look at that beautiful move. Jalen Williams drives to the lane, gets the tough contested shot to fall. He had 15 points in the game. The Thunder led it by 15 at the half. We go to the third. SGA in isolation takes it to the rim, gets the layup to fall. His 95th straight game with 20 or more points. The Thunder up by 22. Jalen Williams underneath finds a cutting Chet Holmgren, who stuffs that one in. He had 15 points and 8 rebounds. It's 79-53. Jaden Hardy settles, pulls up, and knocks down a three. He had 23 off the bench, but the lead's still 21 for the Thunder. SGA bumps into Jaden Hardy on the drive, steps over him, gets the floater to go. He had 33 points, his 9th game this season with 30 or more in 30 minutes or less. In the fourth, Cooper Flagg drives into the paint, gets the tough contested floater to go. He had 16 in the game. The Thunder had their starters out in the fourth, and they were still looking fantastic. Brooks Barnheiser steals the pass, goes the other way, feeds Chris Youngblood, who gets the layup and the foul. He'd make the free throw. The Thunder 22-1 on the season. They win this one 132-111.
Rahat bir galibiyet daha.
De'Aaron Fox and the San Antonio Spurs, who have won 4 of 5 despite continuing to play without Victor Wembanyama, matching up against Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs in Cleveland. What a way to start this game. Off the opening tip, it's an up-top lob from Devin Vassell to Bismack Biyombo. This is one way to get yourself on the board. There's Naquan Tomlin getting more run with Jared Allen out injured, and Cleveland's got their first bucket. Vassell was awesome tonight. Gets fouled on the three, yes, and won 4 threes alone in the first quarter. With 13 points, Spurs lead it early by 7. Here come the Cavs, though. Donovan Mitchell trying to prevent Cleveland from losing a 3rd straight home game. He would have 15 in the half, and then Mitchell and Evan Mobley, their connection spot on all night. Mitchell coming in averaging over 30 a game. Mobley looking for his 4th double-double in the last 5. Mobley with 13 in the first half, and we'd see more from that connection later on. Spurs and Cavs tied when De'Aaron Fox hits the mid-range. He had 15 in the half. But here come the Cavs on the run. It's Luke Travers getting the finish, the Aussie. Impressive scoop in the lane. But late in the first half, Vassell continued the hot three-point shooting. 1 of 7 three-pointers he'd make. 72-64 Spurs at the half when De'Aaron Fox fouled coming off the screen. He had 25 and 9. But Jalen Tyson able to answer. Big run for the Cavs. Midway through the third quarter, Tyson with the and one. He had 24 points and 6 boards, and Cleveland from down double digits has a 9-point lead and continued to extend when Naquan Tomlin, off the crazy miss in the paint, follows it up and throws it right back down himself. He had 13. Spurs would make a run, though, on the deep ball. De'Aaron Fox on the sidestep tray. Then it's Julian Champagnie. Corner pocket 3. But Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs, too much down the stretch.
Second half rebounds, 23-7 in favor of the Cavs. Oh, and a play there by Lonzo Ball. Ball makes the save. Here goes Mitchell. He twirls. He puts it up and in. Donovan Mitchell with a dynamite finish after a jaw-dropping steal by Lonzo Ball.
28 points, 8 assists for Mitchell. The finishing touch, Evan Mobley, yet another big-time slam off a feed for Mitchell. Mobley had 17 points and 10 boards. Cavs overcome the slow start to win by double digits, 130-117.
Bucks still rolling along without Giannis Antetokounmpo. Meanwhile, Philadelphia 76ers coming off a dramatic win against the Golden State Warriors. We start you off in the first off pick and roll. Andre Drummond with the lob to Dominic Barlow, and in the early going, it's 4-2. Philly in front. Miles Turner heats up from 3, knocking down the long rainbow shot there. Then Turner, a few plays later, gets another long three-pointer. He had 19 points in the game, and Milwaukee pushes ahead by 2, 11-9. Jabari Walker now heating up from distance, and off the Paul George feed, he knocks that one down. Then George again, looking for that same guy, Walker, knocking down another three, and look at Philly starting to open up a lead. Later, Andre Drummond out to Lowry. He swings it to Walker, and Walker knocks down a three. He had 16 in the first half. Philly's up by 18 at that point. Well, tough luck for the Bucks. Meanwhile, A.J. Green goes down with a shoulder contusion on this screen from Andre Drummond. He was ruled out for the second half. So okay with NBA.com for updates on his condition. In the third, BJ Edgecombe in transition throws up a wild shot and somehow gets that fading, falling thing to go. Philly up by 19. Bucks looking to cut into the lead. Gary Trent Jr. hits the three and is fouled. And from there, Milwaukee would pick up the defense as well. Kyle Kuzma with the chase down block, then Paul George gets a mismatch. Oh, that's vintage Paul George right there. He had 20 in the game. Look out if he starts feeling good. Philly up by 14, and George gets the mismatch again. This time finds Edgecombe for three. He had 12 in the game. Philly up by 14, looking to ice the game. Quentin Grimes with the three and the foul. He makes the free throw to complete the 4-point play. He had 22 on the
maçlar
game.
ne kadar sıkıcı ya.
By 15, final score.
Ya böyle bir şey olamaz ama ya.
First meeting of the year between the Jazz and Knicks on a Friday night at MSG. Lowry Markkanen and Utah playing better basketball recently. Knicks have won 5 of their last 6, and it was a flying start for New York. Already up 16-0 at this point when Mikal Bridges gets the slam. He had 10 in this one. 18 zip out of the gates, and it would not stop there.
It's now over 6 minutes, and they have yet to score. Brunson puts it up. Bang! What a start!
Oha 23-0.
23-0.
Shades of the Showtime Lakers, who led the Kings 29-0 in the first quarter back in 1987. And Jalen Brunson was not done. Hits another three, 40-point quarter for the Knicks, and they were continuing to party. Deuce McBride now gets the three and one, largely to the end of the first quarter since the 97 season for the Knicks. This game was a blowout early, although it was a nice return for Ace Bailey. The Rutgers product had 13, but here comes OG Anunoby, right back 11 in the game, and the Knicks up 27. Yusuf Nurkic gets the easy slam underneath. That was a nice find by Ace Bailey, but it was all Knicks, 68-47 at the break. Into the third, Karl Anthony Towns knocks it down from the outside. He's been on a heater, 25 field goals made on 42 attempts the last 2 games. It's another three there, one of 4 he would hit on the night. Then it's Jalen Brunson getting in on the act after the corner tray. He goes right back, same spot, cash money, 83-56 at this point. Lowry Markkanen would get an answer. He tied for the team lead with 18 points and 9 rebounds, but New York coasting up 30 when fake on the scoop layup, kick it out from Jordan Clarkson to McBride. He had 7 threes in the game. Knicks in a laugher. Most points scored in the third quarter this year with 47. Here on the Brunson three, he did 6 of them, have 33 points. Knicks eclipse a season high in points scored. They get to 146 in a runaway win. 146-112 over Utah.
Ne kötü bir gün ya.
Both Phoenix Suns and Houston Rockets coming off of wins. The big story in this game, Kevin Durant sits just 4 points away from 31,000 in his career. In the early going, Dylan Brooks gets the Suns started with a mid-range jumper, and then the moment of history happens.
Durant with the seal off, to rise up, the shot and the make, and there it is, history for Kevin Durant. 31,000 career points, the 8th player in NBA history to reach 31,000 career points.
Meanwhile, Dylan Brooks drills the step-back jumper. He started the game 5 of 5. He was 14 points in the first quarter. In Houston, their lead down to 15-14. Kevin Durant battling with Royce O'Neal, gets the bucket and the foul. He'd make the free throw, then Kevin Durant again crosses through the lane, hits the jumper and the foul. He'd make the free throw. He had 21 points in the half, 17 points in the second quarter. Later, Amin Thompson to Durant, who passes right back to Thompson for the stuff. What of a 19-4 run for Houston. Ryan Dunn gets the steal, runs the break and slams it home, plus the foul. He'd make the free throw, and it's a 5-point game. done getting the stuff there. And then Amin Thompson driving and slamming home the double clutch jam. He had 14 in the half.
Aman bu double
clutch
clutch'ta
was
çok
up by
iyi.
10 in the third. The Rockets are out and running. Kevin Durant, the alley-oop lob to Thompson. Rockets started the third on a 6-0 run, and it's a 16-point lead, 74-58. Dylan Brooks staying hot, hits a tough jumper over Kevin Durant. He had 23 in the game. Then with the shot clock ticking, Kevin Durant in vintage form. He had 28 in the game, and he wasn't the only highlight machine for the Rockets. How about Amin Thompson?
Thompson, one-on-one with Allen, and gets to the rim. Oh, dear man, he's a freight train.
Then time winding down, Reed Shepherd gets the floater to go as the third quarter ends. Rockets only allowed 14 in the third, and they are comfortable in the fourth. Min Thompson
özel olarak
hits the corner
anlaşılmış
three.
ve
It's 104
çok böyle
78.
uğraşmayalım,
Reed Shepherd
highlight play'i
finds
vermeyelim.
Thompson for a floater. He had a season high
Demiş ya,
31
böyle bir şey
points in the
olamaz
game,
ya.
and the Rockets get the win. Final score 117-98.
LA'ye bastın. Hadi
LA
sizin
Lakers
isim
coming off a
iyiliğinden bir şey
buzzer-beating
bekliyoruz
win
sizden, hadi
tonight,
ya.
playing their biggest rival, the Boston Celtics, without two of their big three. No Luka, no LeBron in this one. Jaylen
no
Brown and
Luka,
company
no
looking to
LeBron.
take advantage.
Ay,
And in the early going, Jaylen Brown just
Lan ne
working
oldu?
on Jake
Devrildi.
Laravia. Pass it on to Derek White, who hits the open three.
Jaylen Brown.
And it's the 61st straight game with a three for Derek White. Then Jaylen Brown drives, finds Jordan Walsh down low. He makes the layup while getting fouled. He'd hit the free throw. Boston in front by 9. Later, Peyton Pritchard to Jaylen Brown, who drives in for the finger roll. The Celtics score 39 points in the first to take a big lead, 39-17 in the second. Austin Reeves drives, spins, gets the
Austin
scoop,
Reeves
layup
senden
to
bir-
fall. Been averaging
Oha,
44 points
skora
per game
bak
in the 4 games
yalnız.
without Luka. That's really good.
Oha,
The Celtics
bakmadım
continue
hiç
in their
skorboarda.
terror.
Bu
Peyton
neymiş?
Pritchard gets a little screen, shoots, and nails the corner three. Then clock ticking, good ball movement, and the Celtics get an open three for Baylor Shireman. At the half, they led it 69-46. So
Bu maçta
Boston
mı zakıcı
firmly
geçmiş
in
ya?
control. Jaylen Brown in the
Dönecek mi
third
Lakers?
gets a screen and able to pull up
Dönecek
for a three and nail that
şey
one. The lead
gözükmüyor.
is 78-52. Jake Laravia steals a pass, takes it down the other way, and throws down the jam. And that cuts the lead down to 20, but the Lakers' run will be halted in a hurry by Jaylen Brown.
Lakers trying to get back. Brown, the Euro, the flip, it's good. And Ephus, Jaylen
Ne
Brown.
bitirdi be.
Later in the third, clock winding down, Austin Reeves in isolation hits the mid-range fadeaway. He had 16 in the third quarter, but at the end of the third, Boston was up by
farklı bir şey
15 in the
dönüştü
fourth.
ya.
Derek White pulls up for a three, and that's a friendly home
Hop,
rim right there.
hop.
19 points in the game for Derek White, and it's
Bu maçta
103-82.
kopmuş ya.
Austin Reeves showing off some handles. He had 36 points in the game after hitting that three. Well, the lead was still 18. Jordan Walsh gets the pass, pump fakes, drives it to the rim, and throws it down. And Boston, a big win in this one, taking it by 21. Final score, 126-105. The Detroit Pistons are off
Hadi
to a
Detroit, sen bir şeyler ver.
17-5
Detroit, sen bir
start
şeyler ver
on the
bari
young
ya.
season, taking on a Portland Trailblazers team coming off a win. We get you started with first quarter action. Denny Avdia making a tough and one layup. This gets Portland going. They're up 12-5 in the early going. He'd hit the free throw as well. Still first quarter, Ausar Thompson. Look at the zip on this pass down low to Jalen Duren, who dunks it. Man, it's a ton of dunks down there. Jalen Duren just powerful down low. Pistons running Cade, feeding Duncan Robinson for the three-point shot. And Detroit's up by those 3 points, 22-19. Second quarter, City Sissoko goes up for the jam, but the problem is there's Isaiah Stewart with the huge spot. That
Ne
is
vurmuş
perfect
bu?
timing from
Of.
Stewart, and Detroit staying
Çok
in
iyi.
front 36-30. On the run, Cade Cunningham lobs it up, and there he is again. Jalen Duren finishing with the jam. He had 18 points and 8 rebounds in the game. Still second quarter. Jeremy Grant tries to stop the Detroit push by getting his own rebound and finishing there. 29 points in the game, but the Pistons did lead by 7 at the break, 65-58. We go to the third. Robert Williams
Oy.
blocking Jalen Duren on the drive. And there's
Güzel
another
bloklar
look
olmuş.
at Williams coming to life. Then Avdia makes a layup in the lane after a nice dish from Sissoko. And now it's a
Bunu niye
one-point game.
vurmuyor
Avdia
mesela
had
ya?
35 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists in this one. Ron Holland now makes a tough layup. He gets fouled. The free throw doesn't fall. After this, well, Portland's up by 181. Sharp going way up in the air for the tremendous jam on Isaiah Stewart. Sharp with those incredible hops. Then Duncan Robinson on the other end nails a three to tie the game at 110. Cade Cunningham steals the inbounds pass, makes the layup,
Lan bir
and now
skoru
Detroit
gösterin
has
hadi.
the lead.
9-13,
He had
17-5
29 points
yazacağımıza.
and 9 assists on the game. Tobias Harris looking and finding Duncan Robinson now, and Duncan Robinson able to knock down a three there. He had 14 in the game. And Detroit goes on to get a 6-point win. The final score in this one, 122-116.
Sweets. Bir galibiyet daha.
Both the Orlando Magic and Miami Heat are 7-3 in their last 10 games. Both squads above 500. The Battle of Florida is renewed again tonight. Starts off in the first. Heat in transition. Davion Mitchell throwing it up to Kel'el Blair, who stuffs that one home. Miami up by 3 in the early going. Magic running now. Franz Wagner drives and hits a little floater there, and Orlando's up 18-15 at this point. Magic in transition. Wagner drives and gets blocked by Bam Adebayo at the end of the first. We got a 2-point game, 30-28. Into the second now, shot clock ticking down. Bam Adebayo works against Wendell Carter Jr. Basket and the foul. He'd hit the free throw. 24 points, 15 rebounds on the game. Miami up by 1. Norm Powell loses his defender and scores the acrobatic layup in traffic. He had 15 at the half. Now Miami is up by 7. Later in the second, Magic in transition. Franz Wagner steps back and hits a 3 at the half. The lead for the Heat was down to 360-57. We are in the third quarter. Jalen Suggs using a little screen here and manages to knock down the quick three-pointer. And Orlando pushes ahead 72-67. Still third quarter. Pella Larson misses the layup. Anthony Black gets the loose ball and finds Suggs racing ahead. He gets the big throw down there. 22 points on the game, 4 threes, and at the end of the third, Orlando was up by 8 in the fourth. Andrew Wiggins, explosive, driving by his man. Gets the jam. He had 13 in the game. Then the Heat in transition. Davion Mitchell passes cross court. Finds Larson. Who finds Norm Powell for the three. And it's down to a 1-possession game. Just under a minute to go now. Norm Powell drives and scores the layup. He had 28. And the lead for Orlando is down to 1. Under 5 seconds remaining. After a stop, Miami has a chance. Bam Adebayo looking for the win. Fading, and that one is offline. The Magic hang on to the thriller by 106-105.
Division rivals squaring off at the United Center. Josh Giddey and the Bulls trying to snap a 5-game losing streak. Both they and the Pascal Siakam-led Pacers have lost 7 of their last 10. What a great start for the Bulls, though. Modest but zealous. Major elevation on the one-handed slam. Bulls by 5 early. Pacers eked out a win in the first meeting against Chicago. Nembhard was key tonight. Gets the scoop off the window. Bulls lead down to 3. Well, a team struggling like Chicago in sore need of some three-point shooting, right? And Javon Carter gives it to him. 3 from deep in the first quarter. He had 9 points. But a big run to start the second. Pascal Siakam punctuates a 13-2 run, and the Pacers lead for the first time. Josh Giddey comes right back for the Bulls, but he struggled tonight. Fewest field goals made of the year, tied a season low with just 9 points. On the kickout, Siakam for 3. He's averaging 26.5 a game over his last 5, and the Pacers extend the lead to 9 when Kobe White would respond.
White the cross, the drive,
tricky.
Kobe White.
How about that for some Julius Erving-esque whirling dervish?
Hey, the least. Pacers did lead, though, by 5 at the half. Tremendous ball movement. Jay Huff feeding Benedict Mathurin for an open 3. Pacers quickly open the lead out to 14. Then back to Huff. Gets the reward. Such an underrated player. 11 points, 5 blocks, 15-2 run for Indy. The lead is 18. Bulls would have a run in them, though, on the drive-in kick. Javon Carter had those 3 threes in the first quarter. Adds a 4th right here. Just like that, Indiana lead down to 5. Nembhard on the blow-by. Lays it up and in. It's a double-digit lead once more for the Pacers. 15 points and 7 assists. Modest Bazelis averaging 17.5 a game in December at a 19-point, 12-rebound double-double. Pretty and 1. Bulls not going away, but Jay Huff on the kick Open three, Matherin, 1 of 6 on the night. He'd score
Evet.
28. And then when you want to close the game out, you go to that man, Pascal Siakam. 36 points and 9 rebounds for Pascal.
Yani her
Bulls
maçta diyorum ama
struggles continue. They've
çok
lost 6 straight
sıkıcı
as the
bir bugün
Pacers win
ya.
it 120-105. Clippers and Grizzlies from Memphis. James Harden and the Clippers off that
Morant oynuyor
sorely
mu?
needed
Harden,
win
Morant.
last time out in Atlanta,
Bana
taking on Cedric
highlight
Howard
verin ya,
and the
hadi.
9-13 Grizzlies. James
Oynamıyor.
Harden started the night 39 points away from passing. Carmelo Anthony for 10th on the all-time scoring list would start out strong, gets the 3.
Uykumu
and
getirdi
one.
valla.
Jalen Wells
Bu video uykumu
gets some
getirdi ya.
revenge though after fouling Harden on that 3. Hits the little step back right over him. Then more Clippers, this time on the defensive end. It's a missed 3, but Santi Aldama has his pocket picked, and it's the former Missouri Tiger, Kobe Brown. Throw it down. It would be his first game all season, reaching double figures as the Clips led by 6. Then James Harden, another good finish. At this point now 26 away from passing Melo as he played the entire first quarter. Then it's Kawhi Leonard, jumps the passing lane, makes it look easy. LA up by 3, but here comes Zach Edey. This was a fun matchup to watch all night. Edey and Ivica Zubac. It's Edey with the N1. Memphis playing in their first game at home since November 24th. Helps when you get the home cooking right. Cam Spencer, 5th highest three-point percentage in the league, drains that one. Clippers by 4 at the brick. Then Cedric Howard was great all night. Difficult finish in between 3 Clippers, including Zubac, and we're tied at 58. Here come Memphis continuing to run. This time the defense leads to offense. Easy slam for Jalen Wells. 7th double-digit scoring game in his last 8. But here comes Kawhi Leonard. Look at him fly. Catches the defense napping. 7th straight game with 19 or more points since Leonard's return from injury. But here goes Cam Spencer, who says he's just a three-point shooter. ISO on Kobe Brown. He would score 17. Memphis outscoring the Clips by 7 in the third quarter, and they lead. Grizzlies on the run. Good finish by Cedric Howard. A team-high 23 points. Season-high 14 boards as well. But here comes Kawhi Leonard. Game-high 24 points for Kawhi right over Vince Williams Jr. Then Kawhi making the moves on Santi Aldama, kicks it out to Kobe Brown. Season-high 13 points, and the Clippers lead by 1. Here we go. Tie game, 3 minutes to play. When Harden can't hit the layup. He really struggled after a hot first quarter. That leads to a run out. It's Wells on the slam. Clippers scoreless the final 3 minutes of the game. Memphis pulls away. They end the game on a 9-0 run. Win it 107-98.
Player of the Night. Kim abi?
Old start here for the
Nikola
Nuggets.
40 sayı mı?
This one breaks
Ne
the
diyorsun
seal.
ya?
One thing about Quinn, he's riding the starters deep into this first period.
Ya yok hiç.
Jokic.
Again, I always say, big guys use the glass
Ne
more.
diyeceksin ki bu adama ya?
It's a much more high percentage shot, and there's Jokic
Going to work.
Yeah.
Like this. Dyson Daniels had it blocked, taken away by Jokic.
And if he doesn't get in there this year, something's wrong.
Jokic. Murray dribbled it off
Jokic
his
highlight
foot
izlemek de
into Jokic. Laying
that's
good.
See, that's
Jokic
too
highlight
easy.
izlemek de çok eğlenceli bir şey değil yani.
Good luck, cuz. Not that we won't see a lot of you, we will, but this is third period. Jokic. Kind of a dare me three over Trey P, and he nails it. Jokic.
Jokic is on it now. And they don't score here, man. They're going to think about that. Oh,
Jokic on the reverse. KP poking at it. Jokic going in. Tough shot, and he rolls it in. Wow. Boy, give the Nuggets credit, Nick.
Bu şekildeydi video. Kötü bir gün. Yani kötü bir günmüş maalesef. Bu şekilde her günü atmaya çalışacağım bir aksilik olmazsa. Bir seri olmasını planlıyorum. Tabii daha iyi bir günler olur umarım. Bu şekildeydi video. Beğendiyseniz ve devamlı gelmesini istiyorsanız kanala abone olup videoyu beğenebilirsiniz. İstediğiniz farklı içerikler varsa yorumlarda belirtirseniz sevinirim. Bu kadar. Teşekkürler. İyi günler.